A blessing, good morning to everyone. A blessing, blessings, good morning to everyone. Trinidad and Tobago, the whole world. Today is the 12th of the 7th month, 2021. I am Umar Muhammad, Neville Angelo Scott, Second St. Geb, CALYPSONIAN Disciple, and many other names as I usually say. This morning, I had no intention of saying anything on the social media. But I was asleep and I awoke at around 4. In fact, I heard the church bell ringing, and when I checked the time, it was 4 minutes. Not 4 minutes, it was 4 a.m. But I lay down, as usual, staring the ceiling, and my guardians echoed in my ears, "You have to get up at 5 o'clock, If you go back to sleep, you have to get up at 5 o'clock. Today is an important day." And my response was, "Oh yes, today is an important day. I have to get up at 5 o'clock. Well, as usual, I usually get up and say my prayers and my meditation. But there was something in that message that I was happy about. And I kept saying to myself, what kind of important day is today? And I heard my guardians telling me, "You will see." So I went back to sleep. And then all of a sudden I awoke again. I said, "What time it is now?" I was asking myself, what time it is now? And when I checked the time, it was 2 minutes to 5. I said, okay. Because sometimes when I don't get up, they will wake me up. I will hear the time to wake up, or something will come and wake me up. So I sat down on the bed. It's me alone, because my wife is out. She has gone to spend time with her mother and so on. So I sat down on the bed and I got this light feeling, this happy feeling. Today is an important day. What kind of day? How will I know if today is an important day? And again, my guardians still with me said to me, "We will show you." I said, okay. So I got up and I started to do my prayers, my meditation, my tones. Tones could be very spiritual, positive tones, musical tones. And when I checked the date, I said, something hit me. I said, but wait. Like today is really an important day. The 12th of the 7th month, 2021. But those of you all who know me on the social media will realize that I always study numbers within my own way. I'm no professional in the numerical things, but I do it within my own way, my meditation, and I come up with something. And then I was told, look at these numbers carefully. What do you notice? And as though I was talking to somebody, I said, I notice anything. Start adding up the numbers, you will see. And I start the 12th of the 7th, 2021. Go on, do as you usually do, add with those numbers. Then I add 12 to 7. I said, yeah, that's it. I had 12 and the 7 and I got 19. And when I put it next to the 2021, it was 19, 20, 21. That is it. So I said, this is how today becomes an important day in this world. Then I was told, it will be important to those who have eyes to see, let them see. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. The importance of this day depends on that. The importance of this day today could happen in many small way, big way. However, it will affect certain people and it will not affect certain people. But anyhow we take it, it's a blanket of vibration that will be covering this world today. And let me tell you something. Do not deny me. And I am not denying the guardians that give that message to me. My people today in this world, we're in a hell of a situation, a very challenging situation. And whether or not, when I'm walking down the road and I hear a drunken man talking, I listen. If I hear people calling and swearing to one another or cursing or using obscene language, I listen. I keep my ears open. I try to observe anything and I listen to anything. You know why? Because the message can come to you from any direction. The message can come to you like a thief in the night. And when a thief comes in the night, a thief comes where you cannot easily see him. He is hiding. He is there, but he is hiding. He cannot be recognized easily. Probably you're supposed to be in a high mental order within your mind to recognize it, or to recognize the entity or the force. So religion has nothing to do with this, whether you're Baptist, Jehovah's Witness, Pentecostal. Because when the thief is hiding from everybody. Not that the Pentecostal will see, the Jehovah's Witness will see, the Orisha traditionist or practitioner will see, nor the Rasta, nor the Baba Shanti, or whoever you are, wherever you are. It hides in the night. And only those who have ears to hear will hear, and who have eyes to see will see, and who have the consciousness will feel the vibration or the difference. So my people, today is the 12th of the 7th, 2021. 12 and 7 is 19, and after 19 you get 20, after 20 you get 21. That's the message. That's the message. 19, 20, 21. These three numbers will have a very important effect on this world today. World leaders have to watch these numbers. Prime ministers, politicians, everybody. The child that is born today is born in a world that will be marking a change from one era to a next era. So that child better watch out. Watch out, my children. Watch out, my children. It have a man they call Lucifer with a bag of white powder. And he don't want to powder your face, but you bring shame and disgrace to the human race. Yeah. Watch out, my children. My cousins, my neighbors, everybody, watch out. This world, watch out. Today marks the beginning of a new timing, of a new challenge, of a new era in this world today. I don't know, but I was told so. And I'm opening my eyes and my ears and everything to see. The animals will know it because they are more in tune, in a higher tune than us. They hear a different tone than us. The dogs, the cat, the fowls. Nature will know it because the trees will absorb the vibration. The wind will blow with the vibration. And we have to put our forehead to the earth, bow down, put your forehead to the earth to receive the message, as it will be absorbed in everything in this world today. In everything that has life. The stone has life because the Almighty never created the stone. The Almighty never created anything dead. So everything has got life. The neutrons, the protons, the electrons, the molecules, the atoms. It is for us, within our dominion over all living things, to live our life in such a way so that we can vibrate with each different thing or creation. We can alternate or change our vibrations accordingly to communicate with these creations, to communicate with the stone, to communicate with the leaves, to speak the language of the dog, to understand the dog, to understand everything. But because we cannot do so, we find ourselves understanding the opposite side. Because to be on the positive side is pain, is trouble, it's a challenge. Suffer little children to come unto me. We are the children of the Most High. We are gods. For ye are gods and children of the Most High. But to make ourselves that God, some of us too much into nothingness, sex, the vanity of sex, not the fulfillment of sex, not go ye and multiply. That's the fulfillment of sex. Oh yes, wine and a boom, see, do everything with what you want with your wife in your house. That's your authority once you got married to her, once you are living together and seriously in tune with one another. But don't go behind that and commit adultery and lust at another woman. You were given that woman for you to lust behind her. That's your wife. You were given that man for you to obey him, come together and work side and side with each other. Don't allow your children to put you in front of me and to always put me behind, or put me in front of your mother, always put your mother behind. Oh no. When we got married, we were side and side with each other. She was not in front of me, not even one step in front of me, nor was I behind her. Listen to me, children, listen to me. Your mother was side and side with me, not in front of me or behind me. So whatever you do to her, whatever you like for her, like it for me. However you treat her, treat me the same way. Because you were side and side with each other on a journey to a destiny that will carry us a long way. Bones of each other bones and flesh of each other flesh. We became. Oh yes, you came out of her. But remember, you are bones of somebody else's bone because you are involved sexually, you have children, you are intimate with someone else. So that when a man or woman leaves their mother home and become intimate with somebody else, that's your mother. She has done her work. When you were having sex, you didn't call her. So you are on your own. Stop at the mommy. Mommy, stop at the mother's boy. I love this one the most. Father, stop at that. You spoil your children. Your children become overgrown babies. Everything they want. Mommy, I don't have money. Oh God, mommy. Leave your children. They are on their own course. They are on their own journey. They have passed their condition of childhood. Your authority as a mother is finished. Oh yes, you may give a little advice now and then. Your authority of mother is so finished so that the mommy, when they or daddy, when they were having sex, were they calling you mommy? Were they calling mommy to come and see me, daddy come and see me? When they were making the decision or when they whatever, did they call you? So they have sex, they have children, and they still calling you. They still saying mommy and they still saying daddy, something had to be wrong. They still believe in their mother or their father as though their mother and father is God Almighty. The father is still saying, oh no, not my son, he's a good boy. The mother is still saying, no, no. I'm not saying that your children is not good. I'm not saying that your children is bad. But when the time comes, speak your mind. Because you made them, but you didn't make their mind. My dear mother and father, I made that mistake. We all make that mistake on some time or the other. But as today, the 12th of the 7th, 2021, 2021, be careful. Don't continue with that. Because many more will suffer and many more will die. Sometimes you have to go against your mother and father because your mother and father is not your destiny. Your mother and father could be your worst enemy. Your brother, your sister. In these times, my family, bring the family together. Families that prays together, stays together. Practice morality and practice discipline in front of one another to bring your family up. But remember, your own brother, your own sister, your own mother could be your destruction towards your destiny. Could be an obstacle in your way towards your destiny. So stop at the mommy, stop at the daddy. You'll be destroying the manhood in you. You will be destroying the womanhood in you. Everything that happens to you and your love life or the intimate one, please do not run to your mother. That has broken up a lot of marriages. I'm not saying that don't go to your mother because she's your mother, she'll give you an advice. I'm not saying don't go to your father. But be careful about the advice you get from them. Be careful about sitting down with them and by talking your boyfriend and by talking the one that is intimate with you and by talking your father, stepfather, whatever it is. Be careful, mother and father, of by talking the children with one another, between all yourself. Be careful. And that is why you must have a positive thinking towards your children. Your children must have a positive thinking towards you. Something happens to them and they cannot get a solution. Mommy, you know what happened? So and so is the case. Mother, be careful. Be impartial. Do not be biased in trying to give your child a solution. Because they need solution. Everybody needs solution at some time. Everybody needs to approach somebody within the midst of frustration, disgust, hallucination, to say, what shall I do? Please tell me what to do. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody at some time or the other. Everybody needs vibration to be cohesive with them at some time or the other. You sit down outside, you align yourself with nature, you look at the trees going, you look at the trees dancing to the wind blowing, you hear the cock crowing. This morning I wake up, according to the late Aretha Franklin, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for me. And then Bob Marley came and said, right, all the song going, I wake up, I saw the birds whistling. It's nice, it's nice. Do not wake up, please, and take a drink of rum. Do not wake up and put a cigarette in your mouth. Wake up and align yourself with nature. And if you should take anything when you wake up, put a mango, suck an orange. Because you are aligning the inner part of your body with nature, and you are aligning or having yourself in sync, synchronizing in cohesiveness with nature. Because nature is where you came from. You came from the earth. Time is nature. When you leave this world, there is no more 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So make good use of it here. Do not waste time. Make good use of the earth. And when you go, you have to give back the time. You have to give back the earth because it's borrowed time. These things were borrowed. This world is not my home. I'm just passing through. The heavens are lit up somewhere beyond the blue. Oh yes. You look at the blues and you see it's looking blue, but it's not really blue because it's according to the vibration of your eyes. You hear things, but do you believe what you really hear, the decibel of your ears? Whatever you say, whatever you do, please don't judge anybody from their outside appearance. Your inside appearance is what counts most. The you in you, I sang a calypso. Patience, my son, is virtue, and it will develop the you in you. Man must always do his very best, or a hurry bird will build a bad nest. When your best is all you can do, the word is either S2 or something. So let me put it this way. Avoiding the limit. Oh, yeah. When your best is all you can do. Avoiding the limit. Something about the limit that you must eschew. Time is a force that waits on no man. So listen now and please understand. Don't keep patience waiting too long. That same patience will push you down. Patience is only a part of time. So get moving when you hear the bells chime. Find you waiting too long. Something must be wrong. You are the biggest fool in town. These words, these lyrics come to me through communication with the guardians, the divine forces. But I must go into my inner self and align my inner self with those out there. With the trees, with the breeze, when I look at the leaves, I must see composition. When I look at the ants, I must see composition. I must see calypso in the ants. I must see calypso in the trees. I must see calypso in the breeze. I must see calypso in myself. I must see calypso all around me. I must see calypso in my wife. My wife must be able to see calypso in me. And there is the contention. If you marry to a man and you cannot see calypso in him as a calypsonian, do not, whenever he brings up his topic and he's talking and he's trying to show you or express to himself or express within his way of composing, of talking, and do not ever say you're throwing words to me. Who the cat-fisted and weird, but every time a calypsonian sing, he's always throwing words. He's throwing words to the government because to throw is to let something go. Is to throw it so that somebody will catch it. And if you catch it, what happened? If it falls in your lap and it is part of you, what happened? Can't you look at it in a positive way? Oh, this is a message. I praise and give thanks to me for getting married to a Calypsonian. This is a message. But they don't observe the Calypsonian because not only me alone get that problem, all of you get that problem. They don't observe the Calypsonian. They don't call the Calypsonian and say, how are you in this Calypso season? How is everything? Let me honor you, let me know. They don't care one damn thing about the Calypsonian. And he goes out and he sings. There was a time he went and sing the Icons Calypso tent, went and sing down in Moruga. And anybody can remember the master taxi could have tapped side and rolled down a hill because the driver passed a shortcut and we had to come out of the master taxi and the hill and you see the road come like when you're going down that way, and when you max it actively touch like, and you're looking down a hill. Praise and thanks to the Most High that nobody got damaged. There was a time I come from Calypso, and there were two young men who confronted me in the city, put their hand in their waist and they pass everything. I came from Calypso, yourself. Pass everything. And I look at them and said, pass everything. For what? Pass everything, Daddy, pass everything. But anyhow, I didn't pass anything and they went their way because something about me they observed. They bowed their head and went their way. Praise and thanks. When the young man watched at me, so he bowed down his head and I turned me back and he went. Praise and thanks. My guardians were with me, and I pray that they'll always be with me. So you're going on all hours in the night, all 3 o'clock in the night, and you will tell me that your children or your family, because it is in the family, and we Calypsonians get that kind of feedback. Sometimes I see Calypsonians in the tent and they sit down and they're explaining to me, cannot say, hey, how was your Calypso night? How things going? Let me come and visit you in the tent. If all the Calypsonians family were to give them that full support, the tent will be always full, but you know what the Calypso tent? Before the COVID-19 came into existence in Trinidad and Tobago, the Calypso tent were practicing social distancing. Because when they go in the tent, they see one person there, one person quiet there. Sometimes you have to abandon the show, call off the show. Social distancing, you see? So Calypsonians invented before it happened in Trinidad and Tobago. Social distancing. One person coming now, one person coming next 10 this month. Sometimes you have to say no show. You cannot keep a show with this audience. So please, everybody is a member of the family, whether in-laws or outlaws or whatever it is. Please, give the Calypsonian that credit. Give the Calypsonian that, because let me tell you something, and I 10 or something, I know you wouldn't like it. If that same Calypso, you all deny, because I know it had free shows, and I say, but free shows, my family won't come. Oh, bless the soul of my daughter, Asalma, Salima, her children, her husband, they always give me that support. My wife always give me that support. But the others, I don't know. I remember when I started singing Calypso, my first wife and my children, they always give me that support. I remember when I was in Vigo's Cultural Theatre, my children were there with me. All my children. They could tell you that hours in the night you coming home. I didn't want to do it, but sometimes it happened. Calypso is spiritual. Calypso is a message. Calypso is everyday life. Calypso is cultural. Calypso is traditional. But if you want to Calypso now, it's gone into Bacchanal. Right? They have a word for it. When you consider your family more than mine or your children or and this kind of thing, who's your friend from who's your friend. Calypso, even the people in charge of Calypso now is a whole set of Bacchanal, right? Our ancestors in their grave are still crying of what Calypso has become. Yeah? So, give Calypso and the Calypsonian his credit. Because the Calypsonian is the messenger. The Calypsonian is the one who puts out the message. However the Calypsonian put out his or her message, that is a message. You ought not to say you're throwing words for me, because the Calypsonian have to throw words in order for you to catch it. Right? Just do not catch the things that whenever you catch it, it will put you in trouble. Yes, all of you like the soca. Some who like to wine and jam, who do like to wine and jam. Right? But I'm talking about the message, the message, the message. So today, a Calypsonian disciple has given you the message for today. 19, 20, 21, 19. After the first number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And after 9, you have represents a degree. And the 1 represents the first cycle.
So you have 1 and a 0.
After after 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, you have 1 and a 9. And after 9, you ascended to the second degree. So after 19, you have 20. 2 and 0. After 20, you have 21. So here we are from the first degree, the second degree, and we're going to 19, 20, 21. 21 is the third number. So we are in the third degree. We are in something about the third times in this world today, and even this world today has started today. And let us all be in tune to understand or to understand the message wherever, however, whenever, whoever. Calypsonian disciple, have a blessed day.